So even if they are not accepting now, they are not seeing God's smart in that level of whiskey and all those things. Yeah, but time will come. My life will be a story, a testimony. Where is the Igbo made cream? I don't know if you know it before. There was one yellow cream, Stella Pomade. There was one mommy, mama, mother's care pants. So if they are not accepting me now, I believe maybe tomorrow they will accept me. So most of my songs, they are just not copyright. I'm just singing, I'm keeping it, I'm keeping with it. So I had to go to the house of the Lord and become a chorister. So when they saw me singing in the church, they accepted it. But singing outside the church, no, when you were eating sugar, we were drinking bitter leaf. Oh, there's different. We shit worm anyhow because the worm we early in the morning we see we will be expecting something sweet. We just drink it, we see Jesus. You come out from your yarn. Mommy, you remember that time children shit worm, even life worm. There's no. You really think so? Yeah, there's no fun. Most of them, there's no foundation for them. I've seen a lot of them making waves. A lot. In Italy here, or also in Italy. Outside Italy. Even in Italy. But they are few. So if they are much, they should raise a voice, a standard to the system. Because that's every system. Parliament. No, that's so they should find how to get to the parliament. It's true. Yes. No. What inspired you to do music? Thank you so much. Me, as I was, I grew up in a family where my parents were doing fine, but at the time they were no longer doing fine. So it came upon me for me to pick up myself and then face reality. So and that's why I always say the Igbo people are the one that brought me up because in Benin City where I was born, I grew up in an environment where I saw development growing up also. Where while I was growing up, development was growing up. The Igbo people came, they taught us how to even bring art nothing to become something. They taught us how to go to places, look for iron, condemn iron, we bring it in the bag and we give it to them. They scale it and they give us money. They taught us like how to become responsible. So those things are, because me, I'm saying it right now. I said, where is the Igbo made cream? I don't know if you know it before. There was one yellow cream, Stella Pomade. There was one mommy, mama, mother's care pants. Yes. There are a lot of things that Igbo brought, but because they want to quench everybody is going to China today, but before China started, Igbo already started all these things. They wanted to spread, but Nigeria didn't work out happened to them. Today we are all running to China and all that. Why didn't we close our border, support this Igbo that time so that they can mass produce, so that we'll become the market, today. Which can still be done today because the idea and everything is still there. Because most of the idea the Chinese are using, I must tell you the truth, is from the Igbos. We started it. They are the ones selling the ideas to those people. So me, as a human, I grew up in a difficult situation. So I decided to become a voice. So I tried to fix myself because I saw that being a voice will be good for me. But if I say, let me use power, I don't have the chest, so I choose that to be a voice. So today, through my music, I've been able to reach out to, I don't want to be an artist that want to wear low waist and be singing on stage. But I want to be an artist that before I sing, I have to write it. So if they are not accepting me now, I believe maybe tomorrow they will accept me. So most of my songs, they are just not copyright. I'm just singing, I'm keeping it. Because the same Jesus, they did not accept them. Today, the Jesus has become a household name. So I believe this is my mission. So even if they are not accepting now, they are not seeing God's smart in that level of whiskey and all those things. Yeah, but time will come. My life will be the story, the testimony. So that's my voice. Wonderful. I choose to have something, an instrument to reach out to the people. So right, I choose God's mouth. That's why you choose the actor. Your life's journey in this music. Have you encountered any challenge, or has anyone been supportive? I ask this because, mostly in a traditional African home, certain offers are not accepted. They want their children to be doctors, nurses, and lawyers, engineers. So, did you encounter any opposition from your family
Yes,
to pursue music as a skill?
it's true because then if you want to be a musician, they always see you like someone who wants to be smoking and drinking and carrying guests. So my dad didn't support my mission, my goals. So those are most of the things that encourage me because I saw that if what I can't fight, I have to play with it, play along with it. So I had to go to the house of the Lord and become a chorister.
Okay.
So when they saw me singing in the church, they accepted it. But singing outside the church, they never accepted it. So singing in the church, they accepted it. So gradually, I became a choir master of a church. So they were so happy that I am in the house of the Lord. But today, I also learned that those things build me. So
To
now,
whom you
to
are.
whom I am now. So even if I'm not in the church, I'm singing worldly song. If you listen to my song, there's always God attached. There's a foundation.
There is a foundation. Even in your words, people can see that you are
Yeah,
very
so my
spiritual.
song is not like anyhow song. I have to always carry God as the foundation of my song. So that's what I understand by.
Has anyone been supportive? Have you had, not just at home, even here,
Mm,
has anyone been supportive of this skill or
mm,
career? Have
mm.
you been helped by anybody?
And I will give the kudos to personality like you, man, and your family because you have been supportive. I remember when you called, oh, my children wants to do this, come and sing. You give me it. But in all this, I want to see that one day I build a house of praise for God Almighty because I saw that when I came to this country, most of the pastors they just preach and preach and preach and use the conversation of their message to confuse the members. So I want to see that I have a house of praise where elites, personality like you, man, and personalities that I'm seeing will come to the house of God where we will no longer preach again, but we will just sing and dance for the Lord. So that's the house of praise. And God already showed me that the house will be like this. The two hands will be of praise.
Wow.
So we'll not have pastors that come to the church and preach the same thing and
preach
repeat
money.
and keep repeating the same thing. And
Especially those that preach money.
what you are looking for is just your stomach infrastructure. You are not after the souls. So those that preach money, we will sidetrack them and just say, "Oh, you go and look for your money. You go and look for your life." But at the end, if you find if God help you, you just come to this place and appreciate out of your own will. Just appreciate God. So we'll be bringing people, choristers from different churches that we believe. We bring them. Today's program is this. American choristers are coming. Ghana choristers are coming. So in Europe here, in this grand Italy, we'll build a house of praise, put all the instruments where we'll praise God with all our heart, giving thanks to God for what He has done for us. And hybrid heritage is going to be the lead. It's going to be the lead.
The message that your music carries.
Yeah, a house
This
of praise.
is what you want people, house of praise, doing the right thing,
On the right
following the
track.
Bible the way, not sheepishly, because God also gave us the
The
brain
brain.
to think. We do not have to follow the pastors
Mm-mm.
and everything they
Just do
say.
something different.
We'll try and be able to ascertain which pastor is really
It's
being
real.
sent by God and the one that
He's looking for the infrastructure of his
stomach infrastructure. You just want to feed the stomach and wear Sanchos and tell us that he's higher than the highest.
Oh,
You know.
finally,
Mhm.
thank you. You've been so helpful.
Thank you.
I hope that our friends out there will learn one or two things from them.
Mhm.
But before we go,
Mm.
please, what word or advice can you give to our young people growing up, fighting, struggling to know where they belong and what is their identity?
So for our young ones, when we say young ones, is we are just typically saying the children we give birth to here in this land. So
some of them are adult
some are
children.
adult
It's the
children.
same thing.
Yeah.
They are
So
18
as
and above, 20 and above.
so as long as you are here already and you see that you have a parent that have trained you to this level of understanding that you now know yourself, because they say when you get to 18 you are already an adult. So I want every children born here to know that it's not by going to Sokoto that you get what you are looking for in your Shokoto. So
It's not by going to
Sokoto that you will get what
what
you are looking for in
in
your Shokoto.
Wonderful.
So I believe if we all come together and reason together and see how we can penetrate this system instead of leaving this system where you were raised, going to other system where you will now be finding how you can penetrate into their system. So why not the children born here create a WhatsApp group, create a system, try to see how you can become the doctor here, so that when we getting or everybody wants to go to, Nigeria wants to go to the hospital, he will know that, oh, one of our child is a doctor there. He will not be afraid to go to. So why not see how you can be a police here? Why not see how you can be a carabinieri? Why not see how you can penetrate the system? At least let's have 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, so that we can seize the system, because they are afraid of us. Because when we come to the system, they believe that we will steal the system, but that's not true. That will not make us to be discouraged. We should not be discouraged. Let's see how we can fix ourselves into their
You're
system.
saying yes, that is true anyway. But you know that uh, the children that are born here, you are saying in whatever state they are, the people that are big should do this. The other ones that are, but at the same time, if somebody feels that he sees more opportunity, a better opportunity elsewhere, nothing stops the person from. After all, they are all Western world that we are. And then what do we need to say about the government? Because I was having a conversation with somebody about this same identity crisis here in my last episode, and the person said that one of the problems that our children have here is non-citizenship. So if you are trying to penetrate without citizenship, you can't. And you know that children that are born here have to live up to 18 to ask for that citizen. And that citizen may also be denied. That you are 18, that you are 18 does not mean that they must give you that citizenship. Some of them, I've seen children that were born here, they've still not obtained the citizenship also, even up till now, due to one bureaucracy or the other, even when they have everything that was required of them to have it. So what do you have to say to the system? Because I think that the system is also very important for this integration. Because if the system doesn't make it easier for them, at least I believe that all the children that were born in the soil of Italy, they cry in Italian, they sleep in Italian, they eat in Italian, they speak in Italian. You have just told me that they even find it difficult to speak the English we are trying to teach them. So in flesh and blood, they are Italians. So what do you have to say about the system that denies them the citizenship? Because I think that is a very bold step towards integration and becoming all these things that you have just mentioned.
The National Commission in Rome. So I was telling them that most of our children, they find greener pasture in other countries and they go. And Italy is not even
Well, even them themselves.
Yes,
Even
even them
Italians.
themselves.
Yes. Not
But
all.
what about if it is true that we are supposed to fix them and make them come back to the system? So the denier is not actually a denier in the sense that the document of being a citizenship is a paper, but you reflecting the citizenship is in person. If our children start coming to give back to Italy and they are seeing it on system, that our children are actually facing some things here, they will come on their own nails by
Yes,
giving us our right.
I quite agree with you, but
Mm,
there are some places where they cannot do that without the citizenship.
mm,
You must have citizenship to
mm,
be able to do certain things. Like those of them in football.
mhm,
If you are not a citizen, you can't play for Italy.
mm,
You understand what I
yeah,
mean? So no matter how skilled you are,
mm,
you cannot play for Italians. So I think that first things first.
mm,
If my own opinion though, if they are offered that citizenship, first of
mhm,
all, they feel belong.
mm.
They do not have to fight to get what they should have.
They are right.
You understand what I
Mhm,
mean? So a child stays here, goes to school here, was born here,
mm,
did his primary, secondary,
mhm,
and then that same child has to wait until he's 18
18.
to have the citizenship. Because even if the children, I can't tell you for sure because I know
Mm,
I've gone through it.
mm,
When some of the children are going to excursions to places in the same class, if you before the
mm,
European Union, before the European Union, if these children has to go to France
mm,
to for excursion,
mhm,
like the people that are doing languages,
yeah.
sometimes some of them that are doing what they call literal linguistical, that is languages in high school.
Mm,
At a certain moment, you go and live with the mother tongue of whatever language you are learning.
yeah.
If it is French, you go to France,
Mm,
stay with a French family for 3 days.
mm,
Some of them couldn't go
mm.
because they didn't have the citizenship.
Citizenship.
So uh, um, I know that most of those things throw them out too.
Yeah.
Some of them when you stay because
You saw the election they did. They said, okay, let's reduce it to 5 years. But still, they did not get it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. First and foremost, let the children begin to see themselves valued. Let them begin
how
to
do
de-
you see yourself valued
mm.
if you are constantly
The
being
Italian is saying
devalued?
the Italian is saying we are not seeing the immigrant in the system very well.
The immigrant is a
You
different
see,
thing.
Donald Trump is trying to chase out the Somalians. Are you
Though
getting?
Donald Trump is trying to do a lot of things.
He's trying to chase out the Somalians because when they came, they were seeing them in the system, but later they saw them that they were opening these NGOs and everything. They were siphoning money and taking it. So the system is watching you. If if we like I'm saying this now, the Nigerian community, that's why I'm putting all my energy for this Nigerian community to work. I'm saying, oh, let's vote Sam Izeko because it's going to be a networking in your zone. How many Nigerians are in your zone that you can WhatsApp group? You can say, oh, I have 20 Nigerians. Like the socially assistants are in Italy is not working. So if you now be a socially assistant as a Nigeria, you have 20 Nigerians in your community, which you have their WhatsApp group. And the Nigerian community president will now say, oh, please, is there any 5 or 6 people that in your zone don't have a job? Can we fix them in we have a space for them? The other one we have, they are not seeing us yet in the system. The system is not fixing the, especially the blacks. They are seeing us, we are scattered. Like one tree cannot make a forest. The Italians want to give us our citizenship even from the birth. But the spiritual aspect of it is that they are not seeing us in the system doing the right thing. We are always trying to beat the bush. I don't know how to put it.
I have a friend that I'm working with. He's a policeman that is very close to Georgia Meloni. He wanted to make me. He took me to Georgia Meloni. Just that I could not be able to see Georgia Meloni because he was in Africa because of that one project she was having. So she was subgroup everybody when we were there. She was talking, but they promised me. The senator almost promised me that if Georgia Meloni was to be here, that he will make me see her. What am I saying? We have gone through a system whereby we have been close to some key men that runs this Italy that are saying the Africans are not in the system because it's black project. We are operating black system here. Even our children, they are not in this system. When we give birth to them, immediately they are getting to 18, we push them away. They are not in the system. So how do we now face them and give them citizenship when we know that this is what they want
So
to?
what about the ones that are in the system that are being denied? Because
So that's why the hybrid heritage we talk about now, we have to see how we can begin to take 5 children, feast them,
Well, if
and
you
come.
ask me, I will say that Italians have every record of every child born here,
But
right from the day of birth.
but
So
they are
how are they not seeing them in the system?
in the system means is that they are not contributing.
How can they contribute when they do not when as adults they do not fully belong to Italy? They're obviously going to find where they will be fully accepted.
Even with the 2 years sojourner, you are in the system already.
You're talking about we are talking about our children who which are second immigration which are second generation immigrants. What you are talking about 2 years sojourner is about us that are first
That's what I'm even trying to tell you, that even with the 2 years sojourner that is valid, you are already part of the system with citizenship, which means it's your right. No, when you are fighting something that is your right, you don't really need to fight anymore because it's your. Immediately you give birth to a child here, the right is yours to have citizenship for the child.
What the problem is.
But what they are saying that for you to have that right to achieve that citizenship, what are the values that your child is going to bring to the system?
How would you know a value? The value
from
of
the
a child.
beginning.
How would you know?
From the beginning.
Yes, a value that a child.
I
will
saw
bring
one
onto
woman,
it.
Nigerian woman from TikTok. He taught the son how to follow up, and today the son is a police,
No,
a
because
policia
but
in Italy.
you know, 1, 2, 3, that is true. But a child will have to do what children do. He has to start from the asylum, that is the nursery, and then he goes to secondary school, and then he goes to
University.
tertiary, and then he goes to. Now at 18, he takes what is called exam de maturita. If you take the exam de maturita, that's when you're officially an adult. You should go to the university. So I don't see how a child could start contributing before he finishes all these things.
Yes, he has to contribute in the sense that if I'm using myself as an example. I came to this country. I wanted to do music. I wanted to start traveling up and down. But later, I saw that it is not all about me anymore. It is all about me. What can I offer? I told my woman, please, let's stick together. We gave birth to a child. Now, it's just one we have. But now we are putting him into the system in the sense that we already know that before he becomes 18, we should have the citizenship. So it's not something that he should be fighting for. It's something that we have already prepared that before he becomes 18, we already have it and pass
So
it.
my question is, does a child really have to wait to be 18?
No, it doesn't have to wait, but
Because
this is the parent.
You know, it's not just about the parents. Because why I tell you that it's not just about the parents is because there are so much criteria that you need to meet as a parent to have citizenship. It's not just that.
The parents are supposed to lay a good foundation for the children to have their right. But so many parents, they commit crime, they sell drugs.
That is true. I
they
quite
do
agree. But what we are talking now about is the law-abiding ones.
Okay, the law-abiding ones.
Yes. Those ones, I believe that in as much as they do all those things, all countries have good and bad people, even Italian themselves. So those ones that commit those things and do, there are laws for it. Let the law take care of it. You understand what I mean? Because when those ones we can't interfere because we can't fight the state and we can't even promote bad behavior.
Bad behavior.
So those ones, the law is already dealing with them. We are talking about the law-abiding ones. A child that was born here and knows nothing. Some of them are 18. They've not visited their hometown. For you to understand what I mean.
But do you also know that this country is even trying? I took one white man that wanted to get a citizenship in Nigeria to the embassy. Nigeria said we don't give citizenship to Italian people, even if they are born in Nigeria, even if Italian come to Nigeria and give birth to Italian child, Nigeria can never give him a citizenship. You know, these people are trying to fix us in because they know they are losing themselves in numbers. I don't know if you understand. If they are not losing themselves in number, we are not even supposed to have citizenship. If you go to Israel, if you are an immigrant, you will be there till old age. Israel will not give you citizenship. I don't know if you are aware of that.
I'm not really aware.
That's the truth. Even if you marry their daughter.
You know that how it happens is that it's not every country that will give you citizenship. It's the country that have what they call bilateral agreement
with your own country.
That can give you
see a lot of laws that Donald Trump is changing now. He said even if you are a parent, you give birth to a child here, it will not automatically have citizenship. Because sometimes when you give rights to people, they manipulate the system and corrupt the system. So for me, if you are a good parent,
so I would want to say you cannot corrupt a system without the people working in the system being corrupt.
Because
that's where I'm disagreeing.
Yes, because there are a lot of immigrants that the Italians are now bringing into their system because they are losing population. So they like to bring white people to fill up those gaps because they cannot put black people there. Because they know if they put our Nigerians there, immediately the world will know that they are losing. So they try to get white people. You see, most of the white people you see in Termini now, they are wearing uniform, police, and all. They are not Italians. These are foreigners.
So, in your own thinking, why can't Nigerian Africans be employed if they really want to? Like you're saying, I'm not saying that. At least they are good. I will not.
They're trying in their own way.
I cannot doubt that. And I cannot stand and say that what is good is bad.
It's bad.
So in certain ways, many ways they are trying. But in other ways, I think some improvement needs to be made.
Yeah, that's the foundation we, the parents, have to lay for our children. That's the improvement we have to. If you can train your child the way you should go in the system, and the system sees that your child is very relevant to the system, one child can change the narrative and they begin to say every 2 years they will start giving citizenship. Somebody have to raise a voice. A child should raise a voice.
What I'm saying, I'll ask you a question. Now, the law is made for everyone, both Italians and non. If you go to Italian prison, Italians are filled up there. Africans are filled up there. Romanians are filled up there. So I now ask again, why can't the law just take measures and punish whoever that is wrong instead of making it stereotype that there are Africans they will have to provide a way for their children to be. What if those children lose their mothers, their parents when they were young? Not every child is blessed enough to grow up with the parents. So my question remains, why can punishment be meted individually on who? Because if you can also see that some of them, African, England or not,
Mm.
they will still take care of your children. Why putting you in jail?
Mm.
If you understand what I
Mm.
mean, they will take your children, give them to their assistante socially, they will take care of them while you are still in jail. So my own question is, why do those children have to suffer for the sins of their parents?
Because to me, I don't want to beat around the bush. I want to tell the truth because me, I believe this is my own truth. I don't know for someone else. Our children that are born here, most of our children, they are not on the right track. That's what I'm still saying. There's no,
You really think so?
yeah, there's no
Because I've
fun.
not seen it yet.
Most of them, there's no foundation
I've
for
seen
them.
a lot of them making waves.
Hmm.
A lot,
In
a lot.
Italy here or
Also in Italy,
outside Italy.
even in Italy.
But they are few. So if they are much, they should raise a voice, a standard to the system. Because
That
every
to the
system,
parliament.
no, that's so they should find how to get to the parliament.
As
It's
a
true.
child, how do you get
Yes.
there?
No, you get there. Because if you say, oh, I want to, mommy, please, I want to change something. Like let's say for your son, after everything that we have said here, you said, mommy, please, I want to go to the parliament. What does it take to get to the parliament? Then he goes to study. You see the reason, all the steps to get to the parliament. He continues. Esther in the Bible changed something in the parliament. When you get there, you now go and take all the files because they will open the system for you to read. Do you know what we are experiencing now? Our forefathers have suffered the same suffer before. The European called our forefathers and told them, okay, right now, let's do it this way. Second World War. If you join us to fight, when you win, when we all win the fight, when your children now come, they will enjoy the system. But when we came,
I actually see where you're going.
so when we came, they did not allow us to study what was the agreement with our forefathers. Our children still need to go into the system and study what was the agreement between our forefathers then before they fought the Second War. We are preparing for the Third World War now. It's just that, mommy, I'm telling you the truth. Mommy, let me tell you, see, they're only using diplomacy because intelligence is in the system now. If not, they've started fighting.
There's always been cold
Where they will not tell you to hold gun. They will just call you mama hold. So they are fighting it diplomatically. That's why we are not seeing it. But we are at home now. Something is happening somewhere. So the Third World War is already happening, but diplomatically. Those in Russia and Ukraine will testify. Those Nigerians, they don't have passport. They were all gog there. They were just there. So what I'm saying, they are using diplomacy to fight the fight. That's why you are not feeling, but you are feeling it because things are not really the same anymore. So what I'm saying, it's even better this way, where we'll be able to teach our children that remember, home is home. You understand? Because these people, they are not, it's not, Europe is not like that anymore. They are losing a lot. They are just trying to smile, but the smile, why suffering? So we are even enjoying the system because they know what they are suffering. Because we can still fall back to Africa. We can choose to say, oh, I have document. Let me fall. The day you begin to sense that it's becoming beyond, you can just quickly take your ticket and go back to Africa. Because, mommy, let me tell you the truth. I was in Libya when we thought war will not come, but it came. You see the son of Gaddafi now, they just killed him. So things are happening around that God is not showing us. They just killed his son Saif. Because why they killed him? Because they said he cannot continue the legacy of his father. Because when they asked him, we were in Libya when they asked Saif, he's a son that grew up. The father took him to UK, England, to set up his system. But when it was time for his father to fight the system now called the son. What do you have to say about this battle your father wants to embark on? The son said, if anybody do anyhow in Libya, we'll kill everybody, we'll destroy everybody. So
Even UK had to withdrew all his certificate and everything. They have to send him back to. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
He was supposed to come out openly and said, "No, I'm
No
not in
more.
support with my
War.
father." So what am I trying to say? It's still the foundation. But whatever you teach your children today, so say, "Oh, Parliament, I think one of my sons should be there to go and see what was the agreement in that Parliament." One should go and read, go to the library of Italian. Because when you go to the library and begin to search for books, definitely you will see what was the agreement. But if we cannot penetrate all this system, we are just outside the system. We cannot. Man, if I don't come to your house, how will I know that this is how it is? So we still need our children to enter the system. So gradually they will now change the narrative and say, "Oh, let every child that is born here as an immigrant should have his citizenship even from the hospital." There should be a black child that will raise that voice. But it's from our children that will do that. But if we think these people will do it, they will not do it. Because why? They know
You
that
are
if,
saying we have to fight for ourselves. I think I understand.
yes,
what
we
you mean.
should be the one to raise the voice through our children. Because we have to. Because if our children don't raise the voice, go into the system and raise that voice, they will not give it to us. Because even God don't want to give us freedom freely.
You have to fight for it.
You have to fight for it. Jesus have to die for us to have freedom.
Nothing good comes
Nothing
easy.
good comes
That's
easy.
what
So how do you think the parliament will just fold their hands and give us the citizenship? But our
no
children,
free lunch.
no free lunch. So our children have to penetrate. So let us set up a standard against the system. So every system must be a standard. Adam set up a standard. The Eve, the wife of Adam, set up a standard against the system of God. Thou shalt not eat. She ate. So
And then
every
it fell on all of us.
Mhm. But today we develop better because when we have responsibility, we know who we are. If you don't have challenges, you don't know. Even God is not happy that it's good that humans follow this road because we would have been able. All these children, whether they give sugar, before you know, they have teeth pain. But we that grow up with bitter leaf, we are still managing our teeth till today.
Yes.
Ehen. Because they gave us bitter leaf early in the morning, one cup. If you don't drink it, you will not eat.
Exactly. Because you have to.
The white man was saying, "Oh, look at your teeth. You are still like this, but we are having teeth pain." I said, "No, when you were eating sugar, we were drinking bitter leaf. Oh, there's difference. We shit worm anyhow because the worm we early in the morning we see we will be expecting something sweet. We just drink it. We say Jesus. You come out from your yarn. Mommy, you remember that time children shit worm, even life worm. Yeah.
Very.
But which children shit worm nowadays? The worms are celebrating the system. They have good system. So they have system that is working for them and they are inside. So we gave us some worms that will be stubborn in those when we get old. So that's why we are very strong today in this system.
Thank you, Godsman, for this wonderful conversation.
So,
So, our friends, you've all heard from God's mouth. I don't know God's mouth as in the oracle of God, and it's Jesus Christ,
Jesus.
not
No. It's God's mouth. Apostrophe S. God's mouth. Yes,
So
one God.
God's mouth is very controversial this evening. He says that nobody hands you out anything. You will have to work for it.
Fight it.
Whatever you work for is what you get. So God's mouth this evening is telling us that we should stand by our children and let them stand tall. And God's mouth is also telling us that no star is out of reach.
At all.
That we should all
Push them.
follow the structure, do what we have to do, make ourselves seen. We are the people that are going to make ourselves seen by behaving well, by contributing to the society, even though I know we are contributing, but he's saying that it's never too much.
And contradicting the system that is not working.
Follow the legal way and do whatever it takes to get into that system so that we will be seen, wherever we are. So I do agree
Thank
with
you
some
so
of the
much.
things you say.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
It's a
And
pleasure.
we will not close this episode without you giving us a snippet, a short, even if it is a line of one of those of your songs, so that they will want to vibe.
Okay.
That's my song, and then see some of his music that crossed the border, carrying our heritage from there, and then imagine it into the Italian culture.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. I dey do well, oh, cause I know God, oh.
Yes, sir.
I know God, oh. I know they go down, oh, cause I know people.
Yes, sir.
I know people. See, I work hard, oh, cause I spend money.
Yes. He works
I
hard
spend
and
money. See, I know they mess around, oh, cause I get woman. My woman show me love, oh. And the love they give me fans, oh. And na my fans they give me funds, so now the funds we dey use to catch the fun. Oh, oh Lord, Ibolo, 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 I do well, oh, cause I know God. Ibolo, 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 I'm so blessed, oh, cause I get people. My woman show me love, oh,
yes,
and the love they keep me going. Ibolo, Ibolo, Ibolo. Friends.
This is the voice that crossed the border.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Papa. It's been a great pleasure.
Hybrid heritage.
All
Keep
the way,
going.
all
Forward
the way.
ever.
Please tune in.
Forward
always
ever. It's a
to
standard.
Hybrid Heritage with stories that connect.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Much.